Hello, welcome back to BLENDERSUSHI live noding. In this video, I'm gonna try to emulate this ink blot kind of pattern. I have written about this in my blog like a few years ago, and I'm trying to do the same now with because we know a little bit more knowledge about sphere chalk, and perhaps we can actually create like an interesting design using this idea. So basically we just need a, a mirror, right? And sphere chalk has this really handy mirror node already. So we can easily mirror objects based on points or based on edge or based on a matrix, which is just exactly like a mirror. Similar to Blender modifier, mirror modifier. And yeah, let's just take a look. Actually, I made an earlier video. Um, it's kind of like a creature generators, but still very rough. Okay, wait. Skip the ads. So it's basically this is what I did earlier today, and yeah, I managed to make like this random shapes. It might be kind of like an idea that can be further explored. If I have 3D printer, I will definitely print out these characters. Basically, it's based on that idea of using mirror. So let's close Firefox, switch to Blender. Let's say supposedly maybe we can try using grease pencil first, and let's switch to the front view, and then orthographic, and hide the lamp and the camera. Let's say we are kind of wanna design a character, and if I'm using grease pencil and randomly drawing something like this, just say in one side, since grease pencil doesn't have a mirror reflect modes yet, so I will just convert the grease pencil into curve, Bezier curve. I know it's on the layer 2, and then I'll do it again. Convert grease pencil and turn off link strokes. Then I will hide the grease pencil. And now we know in Blender we already have this really cool mirror modifier. It's very useful to generate a mirror. Yeah, you can definitely work like this. So but we're gonna do it using sphere chalk because we have more flexibility that way, and we can randomize. We can use random points to generate this kind of shapes. In fact, if you use multiple mirror modifier, you can quickly get a quite intricate looking design. It's actually one of many ways you can generate like a fractal looking, like a complex looking structure just by using modifier. Gonna show it to you. Yeah, so that's just by using mirror. So mirror is quite important. So let's start again. Switch to compositing and turn on sphere chalk. I'm gonna save this and save it as character mirror. Oh, okay, creature generator mirror. Now in sphere chalk, let's see. Can hide this, hide the lamp and the camera again. Hide this guy. Let's work in a proper way, like go to the front view and then switch to orthographic. Let's delete that. Okay, so SphereChalk, create a new node 3, and then we're gonna start with random points. Random. Okay, random. Use a viewer draw so we can see the points. Cannot see anything. Maybe that's because I plug in the wrong. This is the wrong random. You want a random factor. Sorry about that. Random factor. And yeah, so that's what we want. And we don't want the random points like this. We just need a random on the kind of like invisible x plane. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Vector out and vector in. We want the x to be 0, so well, actually the front view, let me switch to the front view. Okay, that's not the right way. We want it, that's the z, that's the x. We want the y to be 0. Okay, that's what we want. It's kind of like a flat random points on the y plane. Yeah, all right, cool. Okay, let's save this. We don't need too many points. We basically, what we are interested in this case is we're gonna mirror the points in this case through the x-axis. So it's gonna be mirroring these points into that points like that. Alright, so let's create mirror node. Like in documentations, we can mirror it based on a single points. Single points, if you have like triangle, it's gonna mirror that way. Or axis, a line, or plane. The plane is the one that's useful for us. In this case, let's delete grease pencil again. Okay, this is the original points. We want to mirror it. Okay, so you simply need to plug in the original points and then need to create a plane. Let's use matrix in. I usually do it like this, and rotations we can use this vector x or y or z. So this is really handy axis kind of node. Angle usually is 90 degree, just like that, and we should have a mirror. So I will give a different color. So the original is red, the mirror should be blue. Oh, sorry, should be blue. Okay, let's check if it's correct. X, Y, Z. It's the X, no, Y. It's actually in the Y. Again, it's the Y axis. Let's scale our random a little bit. At the moment it's random, but it's kind of like circular as well. We're gonna fix that real quick. That's the conversion. We need a scale for vector math. And multiply scalar, float in here. Plug that in there and plug this in there. So this is the mirror. This is the original and this mirror. Now we can scale it. Yeah, so that's pretty much done, and we can randomize the seed and we should have random pattern. And I want it to be a little bit more random, so I will plug in another multiply scalar, but here I will actually use the other random, like that. And we need to have the same number of integer for both random vector and random. 25, for example. Now you see it's a bit more random. Probably not too clear unless we have edges. If I want to generate edges real quick, let's see. I can probably join both of the list of points. List join, plug this and that together. Your draw, and that should work. If I bake it out, it's looking like, oh, currently I think they are still separate. I need to join level list 2. Now if I bake it, it's a single object. That's exactly what I want. Yeah. Would be nice to kind of turn this into like ink blots kind of design. That's definitely possible. Let's see. Let's look at it from the front again. So if you can imagine it, this kind of design is like random, and we can randomize the seed and to get all kind of different random pattern. Sometimes it looks like maybe looks like an insect, sometimes like a face, sometimes like a butterfly. That's basically what I'm trying to achieve here in using SphereChalk. Of course, here we want to have lines, right? Otherwise, it looks it's just like random points. Even though we can increase the points more, it's still just points unless we have some edges. So what is a quick way to do it? You can use the LIVENOD081 script. You already know this, so I'm just gonna do it real quick. I will not explain to you. You have to watch the older video. So there you go. LIVENOD081 script node. No, sometimes it SphereChalk crashes when I do this, but hopefully it doesn't. Now let's see if I plug this in there. Vector in. Now let's see the output and the edges. And there you go. We got it. Can hide the grid floor. We don't need that. So there you go. This is the LIVENOD081 algorithm generating random pattern. This would look nice as jewelry or something else. In my case, I want to use this kind of like the start for insects. Oh no, like a creature kind of design. I can increase the number of point randoms. But we don't need that many points. Let's see, 40 points. And you see, even this is already a good start for a creature design. There is actually a way to make it, if you do a multiple iterations of this LIVENOD081, you're potentially creating more intricate kind of pattern. Mm. Let's see, this is maybe just 45 is enough. You can randomize the seed for every frame. 100. Yeah, maybe that's looking pretty good. I found that with a creature, if you imagine like a worm, like animals inside a worm or any kind of creature, it tends to create this kind of shape inside the egg, right? Baby alien or baby fish or anything. This is from the side view, and they will grow like arm and limb or tail. Keep the tail and then the wings. So I guess that's a good start to generate any character. In this case, I'm using the tree algorithm to generate the character because that's basically like any creature is like a growing kind of tree. Yes, so I remember there's another Blender artist. I think what's his name? Let me see. Maeda, I think it's Maeda-san, Shigeru Maeda-san in Tokyo. He also worked on kind of creature generator. I think it's kind of similar with what I'm doing, but he's using Python for that. And here I'm using sphere chalk, and yeah, this kind of pattern I'm getting can be interesting if I can print it out. And here I'm doing it in kind of in 2D, but really you can switch to 3D really easily, like that. And I can randomize it using frame info. It tends to crash. Okay, it didn't crash. Good. So there you go. This is what I just figured out today. Hey, this has big potential. So currently it has points, it has lines, but it doesn't have much of form. It doesn't have 3D shapes. It doesn't have 3D structure. So you might want to use the skin modifier inside sphere chalk. The skin measure is definitely super handy. If I plug this into there and this to there, it will work, but it tends to have like extra unwanted points, and there's a remove points right here, but this doesn't always work properly. I think it needs the remove doubles needs extra attributes to kind of merge the close points based on a certain value. We can turn it on, but don't worry about it for now. I'm just gonna turn on the live modifier. Blender froze a little bit just now. Okay, let's increase the radius. That's too much. Okay. Now it started to look more interesting, right? It's almost like a character, although I know this is pretty rough. Yeah, but I have this, I think this have a lot of potential. Let's give it a nice matte cap. Gold. Nope. Kind of okay, zebras kind of look. And ambient occlusions. Metal, yeah, maybe like a robot kind of creature. Now I already assign the frame into the seed, so we can I just tap the arrow key to change the frame number, and I'm getting all these random shapes. I think they kind of can be like an inspirations for like a creature, a robot, or insect or animals. Really, so you can imagine, okay, maybe this is like a three-headed dragon with wings, or this can be like a motorbike. I don't know. There's like endless pattern you can get from this. That's more like scorpion. Oh, this looks cool. This is like a kind of like dragon, but it's missing the head and stuff. But you know, as you already know, this is actually it's just a skin modifier in Blender. So I'll kill that, and I can delete the skin modifier and back to work mode. Turn off all the render. So that's what we got. If I just turn on skin modifier, so this is the basis. I could just jump into edit mode and then start editing this shape. Currently, I think I probably need to simplify that. Let me try. I haven't tried this. Let me see. File, preference, add-ons, simplify curve. Let's see if this works. Simplify. Okay, looks like simplify curve only works for curve. So at the moment we have polygon with a lot of points. So how do I fix that? Maybe we can use reduce, decimate. Although this decimate doesn't work on edges, I don't think. Yeah, that's unfortunately not possible. Maybe back to the elf node tree, and I increase the branch length so I have less points. Could get a better result this way. Turn off matcap. Turn on that guy again. Sometimes this algorithm creates this extra kind of fingers-like thing. That can be advantage or maybe not. Kind of balance the maximum of branches and branch length, and you should get a more maybe efficient looking skin. If I bake it now this should be easier to work with. A little bit better. But we have like maybe multiple points that's overlapping, so remove double might help. Remove doubles, and then increase it. Back to object mode. Okay, that's what we got. Maybe we can smooth it. Slightly better. That's actually much better looking. Kind of like that kind of design, much more edgy. So it's kind of like if I use the skin measure again, plug in the branch radius there, vertices, edges, and turn on live modifier. Okay, let's see what we got. If we use this guy and then I have an idea. Maybe we can just remove double. Oops, maybe Blender's gonna crash. No, it doesn't. Okay, let me save. Save again. Vertices, plug in there. Distance maybe a little bit higher. Plug in the vertices there and the edges. The general radius will not work anymore. Plug in H, plug in there. Now we have this kind of design. If I plug in the smooth and do a repeat, gonna have like a sharper edge. There seems to be like a bug in here. The sphere chalk skin modifier always put a modifier on top. However, yeah, that's kind of neat. A little bit edgier. If I change the design, and I'm gonna lose that smoothing again. I have to put it at the bottom. 25 times. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's almost very futuristic kind of design. I think it's good as a starting point. It's kind of like the stem, the spine of the creature. Still thinking how we can improve this. If I'm increasing the number of points, I get kind of even more complicated design. And let's see, increasing the maximum branch. Even more. Six. Yeah, see, That's a lot of points. That's what you get. Now yes, if I switch to full 3D, save this. In a way, this is kind of like a tree, but it's very symmetrical kind of tree, but it has multiple branches, so it looks like creatures. Maybe a little bit too complex. If you have less points, it's gonna be less complex and it's more like a creature, because creature needs to be kind of efficient and simple in terms of design. Yeah, at the moment it's very much like a tree, but or if you know creatures like a seahorse has this really intricate pattern similar to this. Can be anything, and this is just like using random vector. If we are controlling the branch of this, instead of random points, maybe we kind of draw it first using grease pencil, draw the spine and then draw the wings, kind of like the basic template, and then just randomize it slightly. Then you get something that looks more like a creature. Okay, so there you go. That's another technique you might want to use. Hopefully you like this live noding video. Leave a comment, suggestion. Let me know if you made something using this kind of technique. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you on the